What's up, geeks? Welcome to the first ever video review from the Geek Group. You must have seen video reviews of phones, tablets, and all of the gadgets. But today, we are going to show you a video review of a custom ROM for Samsung Galaxy S2. Now, you all must have seen the Nexus 4 from Google, right? A super sleek phone with pure Android 4.2 Jelly Bean experience. Well, now the same experience is what we are going to see on the Samsung Galaxy S2 with a custom ROM called Super Nexus. Now, the Super Nexus is being designed by a 16-year-old kid. No, it's not a joke. It's real and it's awesome. The sole purpose of the Super Nexus custom ROM is to provide a pure Android experience to the non-Nexus devices such as the Galaxy S2, Galaxy S3 and the Galaxy Note. We are going to check the performance and the usage of this custom ROM on the Galaxy S2 along with its benchmark and other specifications. So let's check it out, geeks. This is the Samsung Galaxy S2 which we are going to check out. It is loaded with the custom ROM Super Nexus 2.0. Now it's Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean. We're going to check out how it works. We're going to power it on now and we're going to see how it performs in various tests and benchmarks. Let's power on the device and check out its features with Super Nexus 2.0, that is Android 4.2 Jelly Bean experience. You can see there is a triangle here, which means the device has to be rooted before the custom ROM is imported. You can also see the Nexus logo here on the Galaxy S2. This is the official Nexus 4 logo and can also be seen on the Nexus 7 and Nexus 10 devices. It took nearly 10 seconds to boot up. Here's the lock screen. You can see the lock screen is typical Nexus lock screen. On the left, if I swipe, you can directly access the camera here. The camera is also Nexus. I'll go back. Back on the lock screen. On the left, I can add widgets or I can add my own applications for quick access here. Now, on the lock screen, we'll just unlock the device. Simple quick unlock. This is the home screen. You can see there are no certain pages as we can see in the TouchWiz interface of Android 4.1, that is the Jelly Bean again. But here the tray here, bottom tray is also changed. You get the Chrome, not the Chrome browser, but I've downloaded the Chrome browser here. Here's the app menu, and let me show you how fast this device is. As you can see, I can quickly turn the pages of apps as well as widgets. I'm trying to make it as fast as possible just to show that there is no lag in this. It's pretty smooth, it's pretty innovative, and this is pure. There is no TouchWiz UI here. If I pull down the notification panel, you can see that there is no app tray here, but if I do it with my two fingers, you can see there's the settings panel of the typical Nexus. These are quick settings which are for your network, brightness, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and offline mode. You can see your own profile here if you log on to the Google account. Now I'll show you the settings here so that you can see what are the specs of the device. These are the settings. Now this is a simple setting menu with no TouchWiz UI in here. I'm sure you can read it. This is a simple, smooth settings menu. Now let's check out about the phone. You can see the Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean experience, and here you can see Super Nexus 2.0 build. It's the build number. So this indicates that it's Android 4.2.2 pure Jelly Bean experience. Now initially we only got few Google apps. We didn't get any we didn't get the Chrome browser as suggested. We didn't get the Maps app. I had to download them from the Play Store here. Now if you see the notification panel again here, you can see there is nothing much more an app tray like or a quick settings bar here, but we have here quick settings here where you can access your brightness, your direct access to settings, rotation, Wi-Fi, battery and Bluetooth. Now you can access this menu directly on the notification panel if you swipe with two fingers. You can see like that. If you swipe with one finger, there's your general notifications of email and SMSs. Now let's check out the camera here. Now I really like the camera. The first thing you will see, the interface is changed here. You can see get the Nexus interface. One more thing I like to show is now the power button acts as the camera shutter here. See that? It's pretty fast. Now let's check out the photos. Now these are the picture quality is as usual as the Galaxy S2 camera. Now the interface, what I'm talking about is here. If I select this photo, I want to delete it. I just deleted the photo. It's so easy. You can also access the settings here. You can see all the settings here. These are the basic Nexus 4 settings here. So you can access the front cam here. You can see the camera. So camera interface is pretty good and fast. The overall device is very fast here. I have loaded some apps such as Instagram. The app opens quickly, and even some games here. Let's check out a game. Let me just Call of Mini. Let's play with full sound. Now let's play. So that's the gaming review here. You can simply close the apps as you can do on any Android device. That was the gaming review, and now let's try the Google Now function here. We'll just check. Who is the President of India?
President of India.
Where is Texas? It quickly shows the map and all the quickly results, so it's pretty fast. There's basic functions here. Google Now has all the cards and it's been updated. And now another function I like to show here is the new messaging app. Now this is the stock messaging app. It's not TouchWiz based, so we can just simply type in messages here. Now you can see that even the keyboard is a stock Android keyboard. It's built in with the swipe gestures or the slide gestures, you can call it. So there's no SIM though, we can't send anything. You directly call also the person from here. It's pretty easy. Regarding the calling, let me show you the dialer here. It's a new dialer. See, your favorite contacts are listed here, your call log is here, and this is your dialer. It's a general dialer where you can type in T9, where I can find my own name also here. Let's try. See there, I can simply there. Let's try someone else. That is pretty easy and better than the original Dutch Wiz dialer. You can also search directly your contacts here. After the dialer, I guess that all wraps it up with a simple user interface. Regarding the applications, the stock Google applications such as Maps and Navigation have to be downloaded from the Play Store here. You can see the new Play Store updated by Google. It's pretty slick and easy to use. You can also download movies and books now. And regarding the widgets here, I like to show that these all widgets are stock Android widgets which come with the Nexus 4. They're pretty easy to use. I like some of them, such as the power control here, or basically the mail applications, or even Google Now widgets are available now. It's a drag and drop. You can change the size and the things also in that way. So which can be changed. Now even the lock screen animation is pretty good. I like how it closes down the screen just like that. You can access your camera directly from here and click. That's how you do it. The reason I rooted this device and added a custom ROM is because it was lagging and it was slow, and some applications were just forced closed. Now I can see the gaming, the basic application performance is increased. Even the RAM, it uses less RAM here. One thing I noticed that it doesn't have the task manager here, which used to be in the Galaxy devices. I have to go through system settings and go through apps here to close down any force close some apps. You can see even the RAM here used is pretty less. See that it is just 444 MB is free actually, which is pretty more compared to what the TouchWiz interface used to have. Overall, it's a pretty fast device. You can see the speed. Now let's check out the benchmarks here. Just run this test. Though this is rooted now, and I believe that there will be some changes here. You can see my device here is above the Motorola 8X4G here, but still it's pretty less than what pretty increased. Now it used to be better than Galaxy Nexus and Tab 2, but now it's more than that. So we'll compare the test and we'll get back to you on the results compared with other devices. Overall, the system is fine. The system hasn't lagged yet, at least for me. You can check it, the details how to install it on your device. I'll post it soon on my blog. Till then, thank you very much for watching this video and stay geek.